The Bulls versus the Bears. Get in the game. www.tackletrading.com.
Hello everybody, this is Coach D with TackleTrading.com coming at you live to make sure you're ready for the 17th Wednesday. Quick market recap and update so we make sure that we're good and ready to go into the market. Quick reminder to invite you to take and press the pause button, read through the disclaimer, make sure you understand that trading involves risk and that this is a game for grown-ups. So we were talking about the Santa Claus rally earlier in the video I posted, not today, but yesterday, and talked about the potential for that Santa Claus rally. Really sometimes kicks in this week during the 15th, 16th, even as late as like the 18th or 19th, and wondering whether or not we are going to get that. We looked at broad market charts. Let me grab a chart here, and let's go grab a chart of the S&P index. Let's go with the SPY and take a look at what we got here. So the spider, we're seeing a pretty good size drop. The market put in a bit of a rally today, intraday, and then it gave it up at the end of the day and closed down near the lows. We're really kind of pressuring the lower end of the trend zone, getting into that trend support resistance zone. We broke below 200 on the SPY, which is 200 on the index. So when we look at the index, again, $SPX, you'll see that it's a pretty heavy down candle. The long upper shadow you see here was residual from when the market was pressing up today, and it actually gave up that ground. So if you ever want to get a good look at it, take it intraday, drop down into 15-30 minutes and get a look at how that market reaction moved. So here we actually see the slowing momentum. We saw the W pop, and then the market proceeded to give that up and then close down into the lows for the session. So pretty big down day. Things are getting beat up. And starting to wonder if we're going to see that recovery, the Santa Claus rally, if at all. Broke down below 200. I'm going to throw some Fibonacci's up on the chart. Draw from the swing low up here to the pivot high. And market broke through the 38.2 zone. Now remember, these zones can be a little bit like an elastic band where it can kind of hit that ballpark, press through it, and even come back out of it. But the next real big support zones on the S&P index are a little bit lower, the 50% retracement, the 61.8% retracement, and those will coincide with the other support resistance zones that you'll see on the chart. Let's take a look at the NASDAQ. Let's go with the QQQ. Now the NASDAQ's coming down hard, and it's getting into its support resistance zone, so we'd watch to see if the NASDAQ could be one of the catalysts here. Let's go with the diamonds, DIA, and see what we're seeing here on the diamonds. And the diamonds are trading into their support resistance zone. So with the indices trading where they are, coupled with the FOMC policy statement coming out tomorrow, I think it'll make for an interesting day. And, the key again is not to predict, like I was talking about in the original video, but it's to anticipate. If we go into the trade center, we can actually see, as we look at kind of the globe, as the market, as the world turns, you can actually see that, we have some of the Nikkei, closed positive, Shanghai, we got the FTSE DAX, they're all trading up. And when we go in and look at the live let's go with the E-mini S&P here in real time, you can actually see that the market is recovering a little bit in the evening, but that's, of course, in after hours. Light trading on the futures here, and just not something to get too excited about, but we can look across the board and we can see that we've got a little bit of the ground being held on the S&P. Let's look at the NASDAQ/NQ and see what kind of, we got just tiny little haramis down in there for the evening sessions going on in the futures right now. So just a little bit of life. So what I would look for is to see which way they're trading overnight. And a real big clue that I think you can take, that I have always found very, very helpful, is to pay very close attention to which way the futures trade according to the time zones when the markets overlap. So if you come into forexfactory.com on their homepage here, and you make sure you set it to your time zone, and you scroll down here and you look at that clock, make sure you set it to your time zone. But what I would look for specifically is to see which way the futures trade In this case, for my time zone, between 2 and 3 in the morning. And then again, we'd look to see which way they're trading early into the open as, we get into 7 a.m. up until the market's open. So, we'll look to see which way they're heading into the open. So those are some of the clues that I look for, is to watch those futures, see which way they're trading heading into the open, knowing that we're, in some potential support zones, but I'm not going to step up and take bullish trades until I really see the confirmation we need. The market I anticipate would be pretty, you get some activity in the morning, but then it'll probably quiet down as everybody anticipates the FOMC, which again, just to make sure we're clear, let's go back here to the Trade Center, go look at the economic calendar. And what a fantastic tool that is to be able to just click a button and have all that information in one place. And look at what time we got that coming out. So by 2 Eastern, we'll have the minutes popping out. The press conference will be coming out. And my expectation is that we don't get any real surprises from the Fed. They'll keep that interest rate low for the foreseeable future phrase in there, and we'll kind of play it by ear. But keep an eye on it, and I think it creates for some interesting trading opportunities. You can still run the bullish retracement type scans. For the bearish trades, you're looking for your bearish breakdowns, even bear retracements, and keep an eye on that scouting report. Gino's doing an amazing job with that, and that's money. Coach D, tackletrading.com. We will see you tomorrow as we keep an eye out for Santa Claus. Ho, ho, ho.
Isn't it time you got off the sidelines and tackled trading? Join our online community of active traders where we make it happen every day. Stocks, options, futures, and Forex at www.tackletrading.com. Get in the game.